Hey guys, welcome to an Insta tutorial. My name is Sonda Jonathan to become a beginner. And in this tutorial, we're just going to be covering some simple pagination. Okay, this course is going to be part of the Afronauts program, actually, workshop that we're going to be doing this July. So, I'll be partnering up with some guys from Afronauts. On a workshop on web design. Okay, so you can find the page on Facebook. Okay, and just check out more information, and if you like to register, the information is there as well. Okay, so we're going to be covering pagination. And why pagination? Okay, so I'm using an example of just cars that I just uploaded to a database in there about let's see, when I go to my code, I think I can show um okay, if I okay, so I just say echo count. Actually, no, here. Okay, I'm gonna echo it somewhere inside the HTML, just here. Okay, just the p tag and add PHP there. Okay, then just echo the count variable. Okay, so if I refresh this, okay, so I got 29 calls in my database. Okay, and I just chose to show, yeah, I got 29 calls in my database. Okay, so let's imagine, okay, this is a bit too small of a value. Okay, I can show them on my page. I can show 29 pages on my, I can show 29 cars on my page. That's okay. Okay, but let's imagine that if you have data that's about a solvent, okay, then you want to display all the data on one page. I think it would be very confusing and too much to look at if you were just to display them on one page. Okay, and that's the reason why people use pagination actually. Alright, so this is also another way where you can display data, which is also very good, which Facebook, YouTube, and some other sites are using. It's called autocomplete. Okay, so as you scroll down here, the more you go down, the more jQuery or Ajax calls a function that just loads pages, that loads the data from your database to your page. Okay, so the more you scroll down, the more your data keeps coming over to your page. Okay, that's okay for social sites and etc, okay, entertainment site. But if you are displaying information to people that are reading the information and they really want to know where the information was, it's best you put pagination. Think of it as you're reading a book. When you find a chapter where there was certain information that you really want to remember, okay, so you put a page number or a page keeper there, okay, so that you don't forget the number. So if you say page 1, there's information that you saw on page 1, then you can go ahead. Okay, so I've mumbled a lot, so I'm gonna show you some the mechanism. So if I press next there, you can see up here there's a page number there. Okay, so we're on page 2. Then instead of it, yeah, it's showing page 2 there. So I press next. There's page 3. I'm on page 3. I press next. I'm on page 4. and the next button disappears. Okay, so if I press, I'm on page 3. If I press this, I'm on page 2. If I press number 1, I'll go on page 1. Then the previous button disappears. Okay, so in this example I used cows, but in the next example I'm going to be using something different. Okay, I'm going to be using countries. Okay, so this is just a code that I got from GitHub. I saved the page, so this is not the link. If you're watching this video and you're looking at the link, so this is not the link, this is my directory. Okay, I saved the page so that I can do it for more research. Okay, so we are going to be inserting this code straight into our database. So the first thing that we'll do now is first go to your local computer. Okay, go to your local C drive, go to XAMPP folder, go to your htdocs, and I don't have any pagination here. Okay, I'll just create a new folder. Okay, I'll create a new folder and then just call it countries. Okay, inside countries I'm gonna need Bootstrap, okay, which I took a liberty of downloading. Okay, so I should have it somewhere here. Bootstrap import. There's a file called import stuff there, import data, Bootstrap. Okay, so once you download Bootstrap, you go to your this and you just copy this. Okay, just copy this and paste it in your countries folder. Okay, and what do I have in here? So I have bundle. Okay, and CSS have that, which I really don't need. Okay, but in here I will need jQuery, and I have jQuery somewhere in one of the projects that I'm gonna be working on, that I was working on actually. What do you guys say? Okay, here user dashboard JS. Okay, so I'm gonna be getting this. Okay, actually I didn't need jQuery for now. Okay, but just that. Okay, so we're good to go. So I'm gonna be using Sublime text for this project. You got countries. There you are. Okay, so I'm just gonna right click here and just say start a new file, then just Ctrl S, then say index.php. Okay, and I just say HTML, then use autocomplete there. Okay, so just save this, and I'm gonna navigate to the directory. So just say localhost countries. Okay, countries. Okay, I'm good. Okay, so to show that I'm actually in countries, let me just put a title there. Just say countries. Okay, then make sure the meta that's been read is meta chasset, which is UTF minus 8, which is Unicode. Okay, then just say meta HTTP equivalent X UA UA, I think UA compatible, or if you not okay with that, you just say content. Actually it's okay. Okay, then in here you just say content is equal to IE is equal to H. This is from Microsoft Edge. when people on Windows they want to see your website, you have to have a content of page there. Okay, then we're just gonna call some bootstrap. Okay, so the code for calling bootstrap is link rel. Okay, style. It's shit. This is a style sheet. Okay, the reference is a style sheet. Then href is where it's located, so it's located in my CSS. Alright, and I'm just gonna call bootstrap meaning here. Okay, there. I'm just gonna call this bootstrap dot mean dot css. Okay, let's save that, and just a DVD class container. Okay, then I'm just gonna put a button there, button, just to show the bootstrap is there. Type button, then give the class btn warning. Okay, there's a button, say we boot. Okay, so save that, then just refresh the page. We boot. Okay, so my bootstrap is working. If you don't believe me, I'll put another class called info. Okay, alright, so the blue button comes there. Alright, so I'm just gonna go out. I'm just gonna remove that. Okay, now the second thing that we're gonna do now is create a database. Okay, so to create a database, you just go to your phpMyAdmin. So you just say localhost. Okay, that's if you have XAMPP installed. Okay, so make sure you are running Mysql on Apache. Okay, so that it goes to your database, and you just click databases there. Then you just say I don't have any countries database, and you see okay, I have the I'll just call these TS countries, actually TS countries. Okay, and the coloration you can just create, but if you don't know the coloration that you're supposed to pick, you choose UTF-8 Unicode. Where are you? Unicode CI. That. Okay, that's the correlation that you're supposed to choose. Then you just say create. Okay, alright, so from the GitHub you have this table called app country. So what you can just do is create this table. Okay, I'm just gonna copy this and create the table name app country. And what are the input, what are the value fields? The column fields is the ID, the country, and the country name. Okay, so we have about 3. Okay, so I'm good. Okay, then I'm just going to say ID because that's what's there. ID, then it's an int. Okay, just give it a value of 11, then make an auto increment. Okay, and the next thing that's there is country code. Okay, country code, what value is it? Okay, so app country code, it's a voucher. Okay, so voucher is here, and I just give it the maximum. I don't care. Okay, I can go all out. Then country name is also voucher. Okay, so country name, thank God. voucher, give it maximum 255. Okay, so then save it. And after you saved it, you can just go SQL there, click SQL, then just copy the entire code from here. Okay, just copy it. Whoa. Okay, up to here, and just copy and paste. Okay, just remove this, then remove the last it's a comma. Okay, and after that you just press go. Okay, so the structure and browse. Okay, so I have all my code there, so it saved me a lot of time putting them manually. Okay, so we're done with that. So the next thing that we're gonna do is go back to our Sublime text and just try to call this information. Okay, so we're gonna choose the php that. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, it's a Saturday. People are banging, so if you hear any bangs in the background, I'm not anywhere near. There are people, yeah, whatever. Okay, so the first thing that you do is create a connection variable to your database. Okay, so we're just gonna call it db is equal to new mysql. Okay, then say localhost, then the second thing that comes is the root, which is just the user, then the third is the password. I don't have any passwords. Then the last is the database, so I named it ts countries, just to make sure countries, just to make sure. I'm just gonna check it out. Okay, ts no, my database, what is it? Yeah, damn it, countires, that's a typo there. I have no choice but just to countires. Okay, alright, so I have a connection there. Oh, if this is new to you, okay, this kind of database connection is new to you, you can always go the other way. Say db is equal to mysql underscore connect. Okay, then you say localhost. Okay, then you say root. Actually, what I do, just copy this, copy and paste that. Okay, if you want. Alright, then we can just check if the connection is okay. Then you say if mysql underscore connect, I don't know, echo mysql underscore connect error. Okay, so the error method just calls the error there. Then else echo successful connection. Okay, so back to my country. Then there's a connection. There's a successful connection. Okay, so I'm connected to the database, so I can just remove this. Actually, just remove that. I'm just gonna comment this one because I'm going with this, calling a class. Okay, so that I skip some kind. You see the I'll keep referencing the way you connect using this one. If you've chosen to go ahead with this one, I'll keep referencing it, and how you can go about it, coding the code as we go down. Alright, but I'm gonna be using this other one. Alright, So the next thing that you do is create a count variable just to check the number of data that you have in the database. Okay, the number of countries that you have in the database. So you can just say count. Okay, actually before that you need a query. Okay, so SQL is equal to db query. Okay, then you just select everything from up countries, right? So this is a table, we're getting from the table, not we're getting from this table, up countries. Okay, we're getting from this table that has got all these countries that we have there. So up countries. Okay, so if you're using this connection kind of type, what you just do is first you say SQL is equal to make the query. Okay, so select everything from up countries. Okay, and after that you say the result, okay, is equal to MySQL underscore query. Okay, and say db SQL. Okay, then you say count is equal to MySQL underscore num rows. Then you pass the result variable there. Okay, then you say echo count. Okay, or you can just say in here in the container, I'll just put some line breaks. Bapa. Good. Another line break. Then say label. Okay. Cut by label echo count. Okay. Then if we go back here, if we refresh it, we have about 250 countries. Okay, that's if you're using this kind of connection. Okay, this kind of connection. But since I'm using this type of connection, I'm just going to remove this. Okay, alright, then I'm just gonna say count equals SQL SQL num rows. Okay, so if I echo count, or if you don't believe me, I'll put a Z there, say counts, and put a Z there. I should have that. Okay, some numbers. Okay, so I just saved a lot of space or a lot of code by using this kind of connection. Alright, so the next thing that we're gonna do now is choose how many things you want to display per page. Okay, so how many countries you want to display per page. So we're going to just say per page we're going to display 10 countries. Okay, so now there's a math that you need to discover there's a math that you need your logic to follow. Okay, so you're displaying 10 countries per page and you've got about 245 countries in your database. So meaning this is going to be if you're going to be displaying 10 countries per page, you are going to have how many pages? So it will be 10 divided by 245, so that's about 10, that's about 1 4 1 4 yeah 14.5. So you're gonna have about 15 pages. Let's just see if I'm correct. Calculator. Alright. Yeah, got it. So 245 divided by 10, 24 actually. Yeah, bugger. It's 24. I said 114, right? Yeah, it's 24. So you have about 26 pages. Okay. Alright, so you have about 24.5. Okay, you have 24.5. But there's no 0.5 in pagination. There's no extra page. We have 0.5. So to avoid showing decimals, you use what's called serial. Okay, so on the last page that you have, since you have about 24.5 pages to show the 10 items, you will need to round that figure off. So you use what's called cell, then you just say count over per page. Okay, so we're good. Right, so count variable, there's nothing called count variable there. Count Z. Damn it. Here you go. I'm good. Alright, so after you make this logic, you need to create the page URL variable. Okay, in my example, you see this this is the index page or the main page, but after this question mark here, the question mark indicates what's called a URL variable, and the URL variable will have a value that you set it to. Okay, so you need to create that URL variable that is clickable. Okay, so all URL variables are clickable, or they return the information that you are getting from the database, or the information that actually, yeah, it's a get variable. Okay, it's a URL get variable, so it returns the information that you're getting from a value, or yeah, from a value. So we need to create that URL variable. So to create that URL variable, let me first see how much time. 28. Okay, so this is going to be a long tutorial, sorry guys. Alright, so to create that URL variable, just say if set, okay, underscore get, let's just call it page, then you just say page is equal to preg replace. Alright, nice. I like Sublime text because it brings these hints. Okay, brings these hints that shows you the what you need to put in the first parameter, and then the second parameter, and the last parameter. So the plug replace here just is an exception kind of handling method where it just avoids or just restricts users from putting harmful characters in your path in your URL page that can harm your page, or they can access your page without going through the rightful channels. Okay, so the first parameter is a pattern, what you want to allow in the page. Okay, you want to allow them to use text. Okay, so the thing that we're allowing is just numbers. Okay, because we just want to display the number page 1 and page 2. So what you do is just put that, then actually square brackets. Okay, and hashtag, and use the caret symbol, which is from 29 Okay, then say if they don't put any of these things, you replace it with an empty string. Okay, and the subject is what we are passing through, which is the page. Okay, so if it's that set, else if it's not set, if the user hasn't set up page equals to 1, okay, so we just boot them back to 1. All right, okay, so the next thing that we're going to do now is do some exception handling. Okay, so exception handling is quite a robust field. Exception handling. Okay, so exception handling is quite a robust field in programming because when you're making an application, when you're making a website, there's a lot of loopholes. There's a lot of security risks that your website will face. Actually, the whole programming or even the language that you're using, they emphasize that you do exception handling because in its generic terms or in its original term, the language that you're using just makes functions that are going just to interact with the user. Okay, so if you don't put any exceptions, the user is going to just be at liberty to play with your data. Okay, so they really emphasize, okay, if you don't want the user to access this kind of data, do an exception. Okay, so in programming you will find that exception handling is always condition kind of handling. So we use a lot of if statement, okay, or for statements. So we're going to be using some if statements. So the first thing that we're going to check is check if the user check if the URL number, okay, equals to 1. Okay, let's say the user tries to put in 0 here. Okay, so from the last code that I showed you here, sorry, I'm just going to make you go through some code here. Okay, so the last code that I showed you is say if the page number is less than 1, which is equal to 0, page is equal to 1. Okay, so let me show you. So if I put the number 0 there, it's going to take me to page 1. If you don't believe me, I'm just going to go to the last page. Okay, I'm on the last page. Alright, so if I put 0 there, if I go back to the pagination there, it's taking me to page 1. But what happens if I put a code here? Maybe I change the code here and just put 2-3. Okay, so I'm on page 1 here, so I will put 0 here and I press enter. I should be on page 3. Okay, show me I'm currently on page 3. Okay, so that's just the code there. So we're gonna use this mechanism. I want to just copy and paste to save time, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna copy and paste so that we don't usually we don't waste a lot of time, because only 28 minutes, we're doing 30 minutes. I'm gonna end it. I think the first part, I'm gonna end the first part. I don't want to have this show that's about 1 hour. Okay, alright, so I think I'm gonna end it here. Okay, so next tutorial I'm going just to be going through all this code that I just typed and then explaining it. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next tutorial.